Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Tyler. This video is going to be about signs of an arrogant person. Let me go on and start with the first one. If you find every time that you turn around, someone is always belittling every single person or talking down to every single person and don't even have nothing good to say about every single person and always being constantly negative about it, then in other words, that is a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why is simply because that particular person do it out of not being confident in himself or herself in order to make their confidence feel much better. Let me go on ahead and give you the second sign. If you find someone who always think that they're better than any and every person whenever that it comes to their particular talent and feel like there is no one who cannot outsmart them or outdebate them in a particular subject that they're extremely good in, or it could be that they can't be defeated in nothing, or someone is not stronger than that particular person, or someone cannot beat that particular person in some type of competition, then in other words, that is a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why? It's simply because that particular person has probably been doing their talent and practicing their talent or God-given talent for quite some time, and has been really good at it and ain't had no losses or anything like that, and gotten a big head saying that I can't be defeated in this. I am flawless. I am touchless. But what an arrogant person doesn't understand the universal law. What comes up must come down. And what do I mean by this? Their arrogance must come down sooner or later. You know the reason why I say that is simply because there's always someone better in that particular talent of what you have. Always someone better. Always someone greater. And that's what the arrogant person refuses to realize all the time. Now, I want to go on ahead and get into the next one. Sign. If you find someone every time that you turn around thinking that they're a know-it-all, I always know every single thing, or that particular person on a consistent basis saying that I know, and then want to use whatever that they know or whatever and everything to belittle in and every person or what they have or what he or she has every single time, always acting like they are know-it-all, and then thinking and not even having the mindset of, okay, I'm not a know-it-all, then that's a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why? It's simply because an arrogant person feels like, oh, I already know everything what needs to be known or whatever that I already know about. That's what an arrogant person feels like, but not even understanding that there's always more to learn. They don't feel like that there is more to learn or there is more to explore. Always having a know-it-all attitude or something like that. Thinking that everybody else don't know nothing except he or she. And then not even understanding there's always going to be someone who's going to know more in a particular area than him or her and going to put them in their place. But an arrogant person hates that. Now, let me go on ahead and get into the next sign of an arrogant person. If you find someone every time that you turn around, they always love to show off on a consistent basis all the time, and they enjoy it, so that in order to draw attention to himself or herself all the time, then in other words, That is a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why? It's simply because an arrogant person loves attention, always seeking attention, or whatever that they want attention by. For particular people, in other words, to boast up their ego. Now, do not get this twisted. Number one, it is always okay to show off whenever that is necessary, whenever that you don't have no choice and you are put in a situation. You have no choice but to do it. It is okay in that particular situation. Or it's okay every once in a while, every now and then, to show off to someone who is extremely trustworthy in your eyes. It's alright. But someone who does it on a constant and a consistent basis just because wanting to draw attention to himself or herself on purpose and love to boast their ego and all that, that's a sign of arrogance. Now, let me go on ahead and get into the next sign. If you find someone every time that you turn around who refuses to apologize, will not apologize when they're in the wrong and have done everybody else wrong through the upwind, and won't even say I'm sorry or try to make the situation right. That particular person said, I don't want to talk about it and everything. You find a person who is like that, who refuses to apologize, that's a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why? It's simply because that particular person is saying within their mind, I can do everybody else wrong. I don't have to apologize about it. And it's okay for me to do everybody else. But when it comes to that arrogant person doing him or her wrong, then that arrogant person has a huge ass problem with it. Have a huge ass problem with it. And then here's another sign of a arrogant person. If you find someone every time that you turn around who is extremely loves to brag on something, it doesn't make no difference, on a consistent basis, and this is ongoing, and love to brag in order to draw attention to himself or herself, and in other words, that's a sign of an arrogant person. And you know the reason why? It's simply because that person wants to draw attention. That's all it is. So, I hope a lot of you enjoyed this video. And I say to all of the arrogant people out there that you think that your day is not coming whenever that you have an arrogant attitude or whatever, and that it will not be brought down. And I'm going to tell you that arrogant people are some of the most prideful people. And what comes up, it must come down. And arrogance is a big danger, a very great danger. So, you better start practicing humility rather than arrogance, because arrogance can get you in a whole lot of trouble. So, I'm out.